We could just go all day long, but we won't. Please welcome Scout Taylor-Compton. Come on up.
Oh my God, so many people.
Yeah.
Can you all hear me from the back? Okay, good. Okay,
yes, he can. That guy.
Hi guys. We should have done this at my table.
Yeah. So the way it'll work, it is a Q&A. Because we are kind of a small, intimate group, there's a microphone if you need it. If you don't need it, just kind of flag me down.
Get up and walk to the
flag me down and I will call.
He chose that seat for a reason.
Yeah, it's the best one. He did the whole where's the acoustic sweet spot in the room?
Yeah, exactly.
That guy.
Exactly.
But yeah, this is for you guys to ask any questions you have. So feel free to. You're not going to offend anybody by making movements and noises because that's kind of how I'll know that you have a question. So as you guys have questions, feel free to just kind of jump in and I'll come to you. So while they're thinking of questions, I want to kind of go way back. What was it that
I was born on February 21st.
This is kind of my opener sometimes. It's always really interesting. Was there something that you experienced, whether it was a film, a television series, a live theater performance, whether you were performing or attending, that made you kind of think, okay, that's the path. That's what I'm going to do. That's where I'm going to go. That's what I want to be when I grow up, quote unquote.
Mario Lopez.
I've not had that answer yet. That's great. I'm
ADD. I was very much like one of those kids where it's like, what do you do with this child?
Yeah.
We need to put this child in so much activities so she calms the fuck down.
Yeah.
I think it's what my parents were. Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Yep.
So I was in like gymnastics, dance, like all this stuff, and it still wasn't doing anything. So my parents saw this, like a con. You go and you meet celebrities, and at this thing they just had agents. They had, you go read a monologue, they're like, let's see, maybe she's like a theater person. So I went and, my mom told me Mario Lopez was going to be there, and I was super excited. And
that's the only reason you went.
Yeah, that was literally, I was like, oh my God, it's me, Mario Lopez. And then they gave me a sheet, and they were like, yeah, read this commercial. I was like, okay, cool, Mario Lopez. And then I got an agent, like, before we walked out the building.
Did they hunt you down, or somebody approach you?
Yeah.
Was there any concern of like this could be kind of a skeevy, like,
Oh, for
are
sure.
I
think the whole thing was very, scammy for sure, for a lot of people, but not for me. So I got an agent pretty quickly, and then I kind of like very quickly after started working on Jay Leno. And Jay Leno, whenever he needed kids, it was myself and Brie Larson.
Okay.
And we would just come in and do these skits on, at 8 o'clock at night and blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, peace out. Or these like horrible commercials like chewing tobacco Ken and smoking Barbie. And like all this stuff. Like I always went out for like the Barbie commercials and I never booked them. But I fucking did a lot of Barbie commercials with Jay Leno. Just a little twisted.
That you probably couldn't have done had you actually been doing Barbie commercials?
No. So I tried explaining that to a 9-year-old. What? Why does she smoke, Mom?
Is this what we do when we grow up?
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And then you got into television right away? Not right away, but that's kind of your foray.
Yeah, I think maybe those Barbie commercials helped me out. I don't know who knows. No, I think I booked Gilmore Girls for the first stuff, I think, and then Charmed. Yeah, I was working pretty young. Yeah, I mean, it's a playground, man, for kids. What do we do at recess? We go and play pretend. Like, that's what I did. I went and played house, and like, I want to be this character and this character. So it was just, it was really fun for me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So having done television, having done film, having done voiceover work, if you could only pick one of those for the rest of your life, they said you get to go down one path and that's it. You cannot cross over. Which of those three would you commit to? In case there's an agent in the room that's not scamming.
I don't know. It's interesting. Like, acting obviously was there for me. I explained acting for me because I had a pretty tough childhood. It was very much like therapy. Now looking back at it, and that is sort of what I needed in my that time.
Yeah.
But sort of shifted into directing, I'm still acting, but it's a sort of shift. It was like those younger years, I was constantly playing somebody else. I wasn't myself, and I wasn't using my own voice. And now I feel like I'm really using my own voice with directing, and I really feel like I'm being seen and heard for the first time as me, just me, myself. And then, you know, with VO, you really have to fucking listen to me. So, I don't know, they all blend in together, man. I love them equally. I don't want to stop any of them, and that may mean that I'm crazy, but I just love it. I love it all. I love this business so much. I keep on saying, you know, I was 8 years old when I started, and when you're 8, you're like playing with others and like learning how to be a kid, learning what I want to be a doctor, I want to be this.
Learning how to navigate social situations.
I was learning how cameras work and to sit on a mark and cry and like, you know what I'm saying? So this is my first language. Like fuck English. It's like it literally
it's a visual language.
It's this, man. Like this is the only language I know how to speak. There's nothing else that I want to do or can do.
Was it that sense of having control, having your voice? Is that what led you behind the camera?
Yeah, you know, I feel like I've been semi-directing for the past, I don't know, probably honestly since I've been in my mid-20s. You know, these independent films, they're all hands on deck. That also means actors sometimes too. Yeah. And I love that. I love that it's a community effort, you know? And so I always found myself, you know, looking at the call sheet and being like, oh yeah, we move this around, it'll be easier on the crew with the makeup. And then I'll be like, oh, continuity, like just make sure, you know, or like eyelines, like not in like an asshole way, but just like hey, I want this to be the best it can be, you know? And I was like, by the time I kept doing that for 10 years, I was like, wait a minute. I need to let me try this and see if I even like it. Yeah. I didn't even know. And I just said it out loud, say the shit that you want to do into the universe. Yeah. And I said it to a producer that I had worked with since I was a kid. And he was like, you really want to do this? I was like, yeah. And literally a month later, he goes, all right, I got a script for you. I'm thinking fucking horror. I'm like, okay, cool, we'll do this. It's a fucking cop drama. Like 12 days, 36 actors, 9 locations, and Mickey Rourke. And I fucking loved it.
It's not a bad start.
And I had such a good time. I was setting out fires. It was everybody, like the crew, we wrapped. We did an overnight shoot, and we wrapped at like 10 a.m. in the morning, and I put together like a house party, wrap party, congratulations. And I was like, I hope any of you shows. Everybody fucking showed up. Awesome. And they were like, we had such a good time. No, that's not happening. I was like, oh my god. And it just like skyrockets from there.
We were supposed to do this a couple of weeks ago, but you were gone because you were accepting an award for one of the shorts you directed.
Yeah, I was.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the Burbank Film Festival, my short that I wrote right after the Mickey Rourke movie, I was like, let me write and direct now. Because I'm ready.
You're going to do it all.
Yeah, I was like, but I just had a lot to say. So, yeah, it got accepted to the Burbank Film Festival, and then it won an award. So, Quentin Tarantino, Audience Award.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was like, at least that theater loved it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm launching it actually on YouTube on Monday.
Oh, where's
I'm just going to release it into the world.
We're on YouTube, what channel?
So it's going to be, I'm launching a production company.
Because, you know, you have nothing else going on, right?
Well, I'm directing my 4th movie starting in 2 weeks. Well, prep starts in 2 weeks. Yeah. But, yeah, so I want, on my narrative, I'm like, okay, I need to start a production company so I can start doing these things underneath me, you know, and not underneath other people. Yeah. So it's called, my first short is called Building Blocks. So my production company is called Building Blocks Productions. So I'm launching that, so it'll be under the Building Blocks Production on YouTube. Yeah.
Monday. Go look for it.
It's a sad fucking short. So just
sometimes you need them,
it's not
right?
horror, it's fucking sad.
So I will monopolize our time if I don't go to the floor now. So let's go to our friends. You can use the mic or not, your choice. Hello, Zach. What's your name?
How's it going? Hey, Scout. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, dandy as candy.
Oh my gosh.
So I
don't encourage it.
Oh, please do, please do. So, and apologies, I know I showed up a little late if we've already talked about this, but I am a massive Devil May Cry fan. And you do an incredible job voicing Lady, so I was hoping if you could talk a little bit about your experience on the show.
Fuck yeah, I can, man. Dude, I love Devil May Cry. No, we have not talked about that, so you showed up just right. So Addie, the showrunner, and I did a movie like 15 years ago. And just to see the progression of that man, like he talked about Devil May Cry back then and would dress up as Dante back then. So I knew, like, this is what I'm saying. You keep on fucking saying it will happen.
Only the kids call that
It'll
manifest.
fucking happen. But no, that experience is really great, man. I mean, Johnny and I never met each other until the premiere for Netflix. So we recorded all of our audio separate for both seasons, which is pretty wild. But the chemistry in that show is so good, and I cannot wait for people to see season 2 because I think it's personally my favorite. Which I don't even know how you top the first season because the first season is so
really
rad. It's so fucking good, and you can tell that Addie cares, even down to the music, man. The music is so dope, and now I get to go to all those guys' concerts. And I'm just like, yeah, Papa Roach, okay, let's go Evanescence, let's get. That's like my childhood. But it's been a really great experience. I hope we have season 3, season 4, season 5. And a live action. That's what I'm pushing for.
It's gotta be weird having, yes, the chemistry is awesome, and it was you talking into a microphone and maybe a director on the other side of the glass.
Barely.
Yeah, if that. In those situations, do you prefer to lay down your lines first, or do you prefer to maybe have his as a reference point so you kind of know where we're going here?
I mean, I've only experienced me laying down my stuff first. So I haven't had the privilege of, you know, you see those like the big like Disney movies where all the actors are in one room. I'm like, that would be kind of nice.
Yeah, that is.
That would be nice, but it works. I mean, the only thing is like you lay out an episode and then they go do the animation and then maybe a couple of lines will be like, that didn't work with the animation, let's redo it. But I don't know, I've been doing ADR work since I was a kid.
Right.
Not doing voices, but like
Just re-recording
like when
lines.
Dakota Fanning couldn't show up on like I Am Sam and somebody had to match her voice, they would call me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now this has opened up a whole new world for me, and I wanna do more. I've been doing fucking character voices since I was a kid. So I'm like, I wanna do more.
Because you don't have enough on your
I
plate,
know.
clearly, yes. Hello.
Hello, I'm Tom.
Hi, Tom.
I was wondering, do you have that one recommendation for a horror movie that just needs much more attention? You know, something that kind of slides under the radar.
Yeah, there's a little indie horror movie that I really love called May. Have you seen it? Yeah. I fucking love. What's the actress's name in May? She's so good. It's about this woman that loves certain body parts on people, and she needs a friend, so she makes a friend. It's the best. She's so great. She's so weird and like bizarre. She kind of reminds me of like what Brittany Murphy had. Fucking loved her. I love Brittany Murphy. Yeah, go watch May.
Awesome.
It's really
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
Very good. Hi, step on up. What's your name?
Hello, I'm Derek.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, Derek.
So I was going to ask, what was your experience getting to work on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game from Gun Media?
You wanna know my fucking experience, man? You wanna know my experience? Kane Hodder called me. He's like, yo, we're doing a game. We're doing a game. I did the Friday the 13th game. We're doing it with the same guys. I was like, all right, okay, cool. He's like, you're gonna be all the females. So in mocap, I am all of the females. I played all of the girls in the game, and which means I get killed over and over and over and over again by all the killers in all different ways that you didn't see. So it was fucking hard, man. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I'm just
What do I
getting
get
beat
paid
up.
for this?
I was just getting beat up for like 2 weeks straight. Like, I have never felt so sore in my life. And anything about Kane, he loves to really get into it. I'm like, you're not really killing me right now.
Let's ease off just a little bit.
Yeah, but I love physicality, I really do. So it's my dream to be in an Alien franchise or something. I just love that physical Resident Evil kind of stuff. So I'm down to play. I really am. But it's just interesting that was a lot of work. That was harder than doing a fucking horror movie. I was like, this is brutal.
Yeah, you're dying over and over.
Yeah,
in a horror movie, you might die once if you're not the
when they
final.
were doing BTS, they wanted the emotion to be real.
Right.
So I'm screaming and crying every single day. Yeah, but it was fun.
Did a really good job. So.
Oh, thank you. There may or may not be another game that I'm going to be in. Let's see.
Let's see. We won't spill any beans here. Any other questions? Again, you guys don't have to come to mic, but it's there if you want it. Just wait. No? Cool.
I see that hand, girl.
Where?
I see that little hand back there. She did a half hand.
Oh. Are you waving?
She's like, never mind.
Nobody was supposed to see that. So I'm surprised we haven't gotten there yet. Let's talk Halloween, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was on last night. It was funny. My wife said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Homework. I gotta watch this again."
I know. I was wondering. Oh, there she comes. I was wondering. My Instagram was popping last night, and I was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Oh, Halloween's on AMC."
That's right.
What's that?
Hey, what's your name?
Don't be shy. Go on.
I just want to say that you did really good in sleepover.
Oh, thank you. I love sleepover. I did that one. How old are you?
10.
You're 10? I did sleepover when I was 14 years old.
It's not great.
And guess what? Alexa Vega, Mika Borum, myself, we're working on a sequel. Yeah, girl. But it's gonna be like Bad Moms. I was like, we need to make a sequel for us as moms. Thank you so much. You're so pretty, by the way.
Good question. So,
But you didn't know about sleepover.
I actually did.
Oh, okay.
Because I have to.
Because I love
all these
you.
idiots. So let's talk about your experience on Halloween. What was that like for you working with Rob and working with the rest of the crew? I mean, it's a fantastic. It's like a wealth of riches. It's almost embarrassing how good that movie is and how the people, the performances. Talk to us a little bit from your perspective.
Yeah, it was such a highlight of my life. I was 17 years old when I started Halloween, and then I turned 18 on the set and had a cake fight with Rob Zombie. This is just it's insane that it's my life. I think my favorite part of that movie is the beginning, because of how good the acting is and how powerful he was at such a young age,
Yeah.
man. To even have that understanding of
That
you are a
intensity.
serial killer.
Yeah.
But then he didn't understand it and he was too nervous to watch it. It's still, he was super humble.
Yeah.
And all the icons in that movie, and now that they're a family, it was very much like a family making the first one and making the second one. I mean, when we made the second one, I was up for the Runaways, and Rob wanted me to get it so bad, and he was like, we'll hire. I'll get a guitar teacher for you, and you can learn all the guitars, and he was playing. I have video. He was playing Cherry Bomb in between takes. And he was like, "You're gonna get this. You're gonna fucking manifest it."
Yeah, again, put it out there.
Yeah, it's a family. It really is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Talk about that, getting to play a badass leaning forward in Runaways.
Dude.
I mean, that has to be. I can't imagine I'm going to assume as a viewer that had to have been a ton of fun.
Okay, but you want to know what it took to get that
Yeah.
movie? I'm a drummer. Wow, ADD. Wow, drummer. I'm a drummer, so I went out to the drummer, and they were like, "Well, you don't really look like her," so I didn't get it. And I was like, "No, I need to be a part of this movie." And so I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter of how much I needed to be involved. I don't even care if I'm in the background. I don't care. I need to be a part of this because I love Joan Jett. I love the Runaways. And they were like, okay. They're like, let's have her come in. And I came in and I walked in a room and it was just me and then Kristen Stewart. I was like, oh shit. Hey.
This is real.
Yeah. And they were like, well, we just want to see if you guys have chemistry. And so we instantly clicked. And they were like, all right, well, do you want to be the bass player? Didn't know how to play bass. I was like, yep, I'll be the bass player. I'll learn how to play bass, I'm sure. And it's, when you're playing someone, you have to study them. And the bass player, she didn't really do a whole lot. She kind of just went like this. She just like did this back and forth. So we had band practice. Joan Jett was there every band practice, every day. And so we were, rehearsing. They were really struggling trying to find their lead for. And after a rehearsal one day, Kristen looked at each other and we're like, "Can you just rock out?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." So we just started rocking out, and I was hair flipping, I was going crazy, and Joan's eyes just were like,
there she is.
yeah. And Joan was like, wait. She's like, "You play like Lita." She's like, "Do you want to be Lita Ford?" No guitar experience. we're a week out. I was like, "Yeah, man, sure." And so I had to go and learn guitar, and even after, luckily the Runaway songs are semi-simple except for Lita's riffs, which are really epic, but very hard. So we would do a song, and then I would have to leave set, and I would be in the studio learning the next song until I don't know, yeah, dude, it was wild, but I was up for the challenge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then now I'm working really hard, and I'm just gonna say this because this is my whole motto for this panel is just say these in the universe. I'm actually talking to Lita next week. I think she deserves a movie about her life.
Mm-hmm.
She is an icon, dude, a badass, paved the way for women, guitarist, dude. I don't know if you've read her book, but the stories, and even the Runaways, because Lita didn't really give her permission for the Runaways, so I wasn't involved in any scenes that had drug or alcohol or sex. So, I'm like, you deserve your story. You're a badass.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so hopefully we make it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Other questions? Anybody else have a question? If not, I'll keep talking. All right, I'm gonna keep talking. What was the impetus? What was the drive behind starting the podcast? How scared you?
With Danielle, I think I tried to be her friend for a very, very long time. And then I think she finally accepted me.
Just caved in, okay, fine.
She's like, "Get off me." But yeah, we were over at her house recording. She used to do these screenings of watching movies with fans, and she would have a guest on. So I went over, and we had on the street. And her husband was like, "Wait a minute, you guys have something." And I was like, "Yeah, I've been trying to say this for a real long time, man."
You need to tell them.
Yeah. So then, it was kind of around COVID time, or right after, and we were like, well, podcasts were really hot. So we're like, well, let's do a podcast. And we like the same stuff. We didn't want to do something boring. We wanted to do something really interesting. And so, yeah, we started the podcast, and, I really liked Dr. Drew Loveline, and I had been on a couple of times, and I was old enough to be able to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think the first time I did Dr. Drew Loveline, I was with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I had just turned 18, and the stuff that they were talking about, I was like, I was like, where am I? I was like, where am I? What's happening? But yeah, so we started that, and it grew to this big thing. And honestly, it feels really special to have had that at the time that we did. It felt like people really were able to get a sense of us.
I was going to ask if that was also part of the kind of getting to be yourself for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, a lot of people were coming to the table and not asking about Halloween. They're asking about us and things that we talked about, or asking for advice. We won't talk about the things that we talked about because there is a lot of children in the audience.
I can imagine.
Yeah. But yeah, right now we're kind of going different paths, and it's just been very hard to keep the podcast going, and with my schedule it's really well. And
You've got so much free time, right?
Yeah, and Danielle's focusing on being a mom, so yeah, it was nice while it was.
Yeah. Any other questions from the crowd?
Nobody wants to get up and go to that microphone.
No, you don't have to. You can just wave.
You're doing so good.
I guess apparently they like hearing me talk instead of themselves. I'd rather hear them talk, but that's okay. Yes, go ahead.
Ooh.
As an actress or as an
As
actress?
an actress. Oh man, that's a toughie. I mean, I obviously love them all. I really enjoyed making, there's a movie called Love Ranch that I did, which was with Joe Pesci and Helen Mirren, and it was directed by Taylor Hackford, who directed Ray, and I loved that movie. And like, he was also a producer on La Bamba, which I love, which they're remaking right away, spoiler. But yeah, I love that because it was a period piece. It was about a brothel, which was fun. But just working with Helen Mirren was really awesome. Her character and my character didn't like each other, so it was really awesome
You know, lay into
fighting
each other.
with Helen Mirren. Like physical fight.
Speaking of female badasses.
Yeah, speaking of female badasses, when her and I became really close, she actually took me, obviously Helen goes on like she goes on her little private jets, and she,
Holiday.
just a little holiday. Well, we were shooting in Albuquerque, and we were all going back to LA for the holidays, and she was like, just come in my planes. And I was like, okay, all of us little girls. And it was when like the weather was so bad in Los Angeles, and I was sitting directly, like I was facing the wrong way, and Helen was in front of me, and she's like, you know, her little glasses on, just reading her book, and the weather was so bad that the plane was like this, and she's just like, like freaking out, like holding onto the chair, like, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it?
I'm dying in Helen's plane.
Yeah, I was like, this is crazy. It's stories like that, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Life is so strange.
Could you have ever imagined this would be your life when you first started doing this thing? I know you're young, and nobody expects anything when they're young, but just looking back at it, just tell you, and again, still young, still have a ton of work ahead of you.
Yeah,
Clearly.
21, okay?
Yeah, well, sure, yeah.
Whoa.
What has been the most mind-blowing part of this for you? Just like, I can't believe this is my life.
I mean, it's just learning the lessons from such incredible people, whether you know of their work or not. And I think that's why I have loved this career for myself. I am constantly learning from people, and that's what I love so much about it. And if there's anything that I can teach others, that's even just a fucking bonus, you know? If there's any like filmmakers in this room right now, just go and do your own stuff. You are the one that believes in yourself the most. Do it. No matter how small, how big, you never know. And it's a ladder, man. It's a ladder. And sometimes it's a short ladder. Because one person has to see it. I'm looking at her. Look at her. I'm like, your dreams. This one person has to see it, and then it just like skyrockets. I mean, my friend Chrissy Fox in Spider-1, which is Rob's brother, they do like, you know, these horror movies, and they had one actor in it who really loved what they were doing, and now Cher, the icon Cher, is now producing their movies. It's like, you just never know. It's like Cher is producing indie horror? What? Because they just showed it to her, and she was just like, wow, I'm just so amazed what you guys do with no money. She's like, yeah, more blood in the next one. Like, what?
I'll give you some blood money here.
Like,
you
you
get
never know. Like, you just never know. A lot of people, like, you know, Carrie Underwood loves horror. And I'm like, man, that's rad. That's so cool. Yeah.
We're going to kind of do like a last call questions. Anybody have a last
call
question? Yes. When you say a role, you don't necessarily mean like an actor, like a character role, but like a role, like you want to be a cinematographer or what? Okay.
Man, you know, like I was explaining earlier, the physicality of like doing like a Resident Evil or like an Alien, like starting. I wrote a franchise that I really want to be in, but I'll probably end up just directing it. But I would really love to do something like that, or like The Notebook would be really nice.
Yeah, total ends of the spectrum.
I just want to do it all. Comedy, maybe. I don't know. Everybody says I'm funny, but I'm like, I like freeze. I'm like, you really, like, that's a song and dance. That's a melody. I'm like, that's hard.
Good question. Other questions?
But I did write, I wrote a female comedy that I'm doing next year. Because I think fucking women are hilarious. I think we're funny.
Can be.
We are.
Other questions? Yes? No? All right. Well, then I will. We will try to get you back down to your table then. If you guys have
see you
questions,
guys.
if you guys think of something that oh man, I wish I would have asked, stop by and see her, get the photos, autographs, all that down there. Before we go, real quick, one last question to leave us on. You've got so much ahead of you, so much work. You're making me tired just listening to
Sorry.
it. That's okay.
Now I know how my husband feels.
Yeah. What is it that still inspires you to keep going today? What is it that drives that for you?
This, honestly, really, like, people coming up to me and talking about my work. I mean, you go and you execute a movie and you, like, hope that it resonates with somebody. So to, like, hear how much it resonates with people, and, like, even with, like, Halloween 2, I mean, that is all about PTSD. And so many people have come up to me that were, in the army or whatever, and just say that, how much that helped. I mean, it's moments like that, really, honestly. I mean, that's one of it, obviously there's other reasons,
Right.
but that is a strong reason.
That's awesome. You guys had a good time?
Yeah, thanks guys!
Before you guys take off, we have a